are used in advertisements and be able to explain like how they're being used and how they demonstrate these things. Right? So that's our objective today. We've got 3 activities that we're going to do. We're going to start out with a little like, what do we think we know? Okay, so you have a folded sheet of paper there. There you go. And there's actually 3 different sides that you can show. Emotion, evidence and reason, or you flip it open and you can hold up reputation and credibility. So I'm going to show you an advertisement and I want you to tell me what you think it's doing. Is it doing something related to emotion? Is it doing something related to reputation and credibility? Or is it using something related to evidence and reason? And you just hold that above your head so that I can see. And then other people can see. Okay? So let's look at a couple of them here. So hold up what you think. Which of the 3? High over your heads. That way everyone can see. Okay. Next. Up, up. Okay, next one. As you look around the room, do you see people having more than one answer? The last 2, everyone had the same thing. Is it possible that an advertisement can use more than one of the 3 things we have on our card? Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, look, Hannah's putting all 3 up. Okay, let's do it one more time. Up, up. I can't see why it's... Look around at other people's. And this one. Excellent. So let's do, you can put your placards down. All right? I want you to go into Google Classroom and I want you to open up the handout that I've put in there. All right? So each of the times we saw these words up in the corner, ethos, pathos, or logos. And basically, this is a really brief definition of each of those terms. Right? But I've got a handout that explains in more detail what each of those words mean. So I'm going to ask you to highlight a few lines of that as a Word document so that you have a set of notes and a visual reminder of what these 3 terms mean. Okay? So you'll open up and you'll get to this document. It's in the materials section, the about section, not the stream. So go over to about. That we just did, you were actually identifying pathos, logos, or ethos, even if you didn't know what those words meant. Right? We used synonyms of them. Right? But now we're going to get a nice, good, strong academic definition that we can use to work with in the rest of the unit. So what I would like you to do is read over pathos there, and you will see that I've made some words bold. The words that I've made bold, I want you to now take in your Word document. I want you to choose a bright highlighted color and highlight those words, right? So that they're there every time you open this. It's like that's just going to hit you in the face. right? So you'll go in and then you can download and save that document to have it. And you'll go in and you'll just come over here and you'll go to Motion, right, and highlight it. I don't have this in my Word document right now. Let's just show it up. So the thing that we want to remember about pathos is what word meaning. Say it loud. Emotion. Emotion, including negative emotions. Logos. Dohun. What are the words you should highlight when you're looking at logos?
Evidence.
And?
Statistics.
Statistics. Say it.
Statistics.
And what's the third one, Gary? Facts. And for ethos, what words do we want to highlight? Rusty? Reliable. Say it louder. Reliable. Noi, what's another one? Honest. Eugen, third. Credible, yeah? And the last one, Hugo. Reputation. When we associate these bold words with our fancy Greek words that are now used also in English, right? We'll have a good solid foundation of how to use this in the other work that we do. So, what I want to do now is, I want you to go, we're going to go back to that PowerPoint for a second. You don't need to use your placards anymore. But I want you to work with the person next to you. If they're Gary and Hannah, you can work together. The girls, the three of you can work together so you can have an odd, the three of you two. I guess the three of you and you two can be partners. And what I want you to do in this is I'm going to pull up an ad. I want you to think silently to yourself. We're going to do a kind of a think, pair, share thing. So you think, which of the three is this ad doing? Right? Then each of you will share with your partner. Okay? You're going to see that I have on the table here, I have some sentence stems, right? That when you share with your partner, right, I want you to use these phrases. So I'll read them to you really quickly. I can't put it on the board because I have the ad on the board, right? But it's just the way you're going to use to say to your partner, right, this advertisement utilizes blank. You might say ethos, as its main persuasive technique. The ad demonstrates ethos because, and then you explain the credibility of the speaker is based on, and you use your own language to finish it, right? So that'll help. All right, you ready to try it once? Okay. There you go. Oops. Take a second. That's the directions for the next activity. Take a picture of it. It'll be the same one you're practicing. Raise your hand if you need more time with your group. Or could we do a second ad? We could do a second ad? Okay. smoking is dangerous, right? Chemo. Raise your hand if your group needs more time. You got it? Okay, good. So you can close the Google Classroom right now. You don't need that right now. We're going to do some practice, right? I'm going to give, you can work in the same groups that you had there, right? I'm going to give you a handout that has like 3 pieces of paper, there's 8 ads on it. Okay, the instructions about what you're going to do are already on the table for you, so I'll give them to you now. You're working with your team to label what is the primary or principal persuasive technique that's used in this ad, and you'll just write a P, an L, or an E next to it, right? And then after you do that, you should, for each of them, you can decide as a group which one you think it is. Think about how you could use the sentence stems to explain that to the whole class, okay? So the instructions are on your table, and I will give us 2 groups at every table. Those and those. Making things up. You know. What is it, Rusty? Which group? Who needs more time? Tell me which ones I don't get. you guys have the flu shot. Because that's all that's left now, yeah? Okay, does anyone need any more time? Okay. 2 minutes? Okay, so you're going to take 2 minutes. Your group will decide about presenting to the class. Right? What's that? The same thing. Your partner is your group. No, you had two separate things. I already went around and gave people other things. Don't forget to use your sentence stem when you do it, right? Maya, you're 2 minutes up now. You're ready to go? All right, folks. So let's listen here. Maya and her group are going to present their poster. Listen. They're going to use the sentence stem. Right? And they have the Obama advertisement. All right? Go for it.
So,
you don't have to.
So we chose that this poster was using ethos as the technique, and Maya's going to tell you why.
Okay, so this picture was
Use the sentence stem for me.
Oh, this advertisement
Yeah.
utilizes the persuasion technique ethos,
Mm-hmm.
and it's using ethos by putting like the picture of Obama and then putting hope underneath him. This was used in his presidential campaign, and I think that like by utilizing his face as kind of like a symbol for hope, like he was trying to advertise himself like as a hopeful person or like hopeful candidate for Canada, America.
America.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, good. So look, I know that you all can do this right now, right? But as we're near the end of the class period, right? I want you to go back into the Google Classroom. On the document that I left you, you have a little activity where you're going to mark some things, L, E, or P at the bottom down here. So just go back in and mark those, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll take this over when we start the next class. All right? Thanks.
Yes.